Yeah, I love to put you where it's uncomfortable. You're in, yeah. Welcome back to Holding Emotional Space for Each Other. I'm Uma. I'm your host for the Emotional Literacy Unlocked series. And Dominic is a colleague of mine. He's mentoring in one of my shamanic training classes. He's a breath worker. My colleague Dominic and I are holding spaces for each other to feel deeper into what's going on in our lives at the moment. You're invited to be a witness. You're invited to feel into yourself and see where's your resistance or where are your triggers, and to take away something from the spaces that we hold for each other. Because I think what we're doing here is an educational content where we're making ourselves vulnerable for you to take something away from that, to put it into your own relationships. And we hope that you gain something from our vulnerable experiences. If you want to comment, please, healthy, acknowledging comments are welcome, and putting your triggers onto us is not. Now, this is the second video. In the first video, Dominic held space for me, and now I am returning the favor. We both have our own styles, and you will take away different things from our styles. You're in your old circle right now, right? You're in the
Yeah.
flat that has, in this flat, there is a lot of information where you stood back, did not listen to your own emotions, to your own needs, where you took care of others. It has stored all this memory. And once you enter this field of information, your old flat, some old patterns will come up, right? Just normal, because we humans are geolocated. When we come into certain places, some energies open up in us or close down. So that's just general knowledge now. We took a detour. With that in mind, I would like to go back into your body and into the feeling that is currently there. What do we have now?
More relaxed heart, more relaxed solar plexus. So hips and legs grounding fairly open, fairly connected. I'm feeling a bit of throat again and kind of like something in my back, in the back, like the connection between neck and head.
Yes, awesome. This is such a cool acupuncture point, you know? It's like one of the ghost points where foreign energies can enter the body. And the energies that enter the body there mostly are cultural informations about how life should be. What I'm when I'm tuning into you the whole time, and when you mentioned the throat, I had the feeling of I have to decide now, of urgency, of it, like with a cultural background that says how you would have to behave as a man, as a person your age, as someone, part of a family system, and I feel like as if that would lay on the neck here.
Mhm.
Can you feel into that? Am I reading am I reading your energy properly?
Whew. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, yes. Thank you. I love this. Again, very valuable piece of information. Yes. It's not only like in me, it's also what I get reflected back. Yeah, no, you should be like this and that. Um, you should know, you should make a decision. So there's expectations and a bit of pressure. And to some degree, I'm like, okay, yes, it's true. It's true. And there's an overwhelm, feeling overwhelmed with this. And I also noticed that this information, like this kind of information, it has been going on for me like for all my life. Like already my dad, when I was a child, he would be like, "No, you need to decide. You need to know and you need to decide." So like not giving space to decisions.
Mm.
And I am feeling directly under pressure with these, with any kind of decisions. And now it's a big decision that has to do with my needs. So
Yeah, what's happening in your body right
throat.
now?
It's coming to, it's bringing it to the throat. It's like ugh, speaking this is already, it's already kind of helping, but it's like now I feel a lot of pressure in my throat.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, may I invite some anger?
Yes. Okay, it's coming. Something is arising from the deep. Ooh. Yes, like a bit of shaking in my throat. My eyes getting a little bit teary.
Yeah. Good. Keep the breath.
And there's like a little bit of information kind of like about this not being fair.
Yeah. Why is it not fair?
Basically, because like these role expectations are overriding my own process. Like it's not giving space to my emotional process that I need in order to be coming up with an answer that is aligned, that feels like mine.
Yeah. So what does the anger that I was inviting that I feel like I feel like it does something. What information if I'm really pushing you here. What information would the anger bring you if you would let it out? What information would it give to the world?
It's like a fuck this. I'm taking as long as I need with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all okay, like it's bigger than this. It's
Mhm.
like fuck your needs. Excuse my directness here. Fuck your needs. Like my needs are important too.
Yes.
My truth is important too.
Yes. That feels better.
Yeah. There's like an opening up, like straightening up
Yeah.
of the spine. I feel like there's more power right now.
Hmm. You know what I see? I see that you actually want to connect to your girlfriend and to all of your future possibilities. You just need this guaranteed space for yourself and this guarantee that your needs are seen and that they matter.
Yeah.
But I see you want to connect,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not pushing her away. It's very interesting because I think if we wouldn't have gone through all this process, sometimes I bet it feels like you would like to push her away.
When I don't have the space, when I feel like that my space is shrinking,
Yeah.
I also see that yes, there's like this anger that you now given, well, that you led me to give space to again. It is unconsciously taken over, and then it's like lashing out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And interestingly, just to bring this up, it's also the place where I'm reacting when I see people are kind of like stereotypically are talking about expectations for a role. Then I'm like, there's resistance to this. That's also coming up then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The hardest part of our process today, maybe for the viewers, maybe for you, maybe for me, I don't know, is that there is no there is no solution because your need, as I heard, is you just need room or space or time so your own needs can pop up and be seen. And that is the solution to not have a solution, to not push in a direction, to not find a decision right now, but to allow this space and time. How's your body feeling?
It just feels much better. It feels much, much better.
Hmm.
It's also still processing. So like some things are like reintegrating. It takes time. Like
Yeah.
I feel that probably, yeah, I will breathe with this to let it integrate, to let it sink. I feel a lot of this in my front right now, in my belly, in my heart, and I feel like it also wants to connect to my back space, to the spine, like something wants to realign there,
Yeah.
opening up.
Can we go here?
Huh?
Can we go
Okay.
here? Yeah. Yeah. Can you feel into that, please?
Gee, yeah, okay. Like when I'm feeling into this space, just connecting with it, it's already making a difference. I feel like there's stuckness in a way. There was still like a level of stuckness. Maybe it's like the old concepts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Ooh, opening up. Hey, Lily. I feel like my head is tingling right now.
Yes, and so is my back right now, like the skin on my back. And it's also curious because just yesterday at breathwork sessions, and I've been telling, like in both breathwork sessions, I've been directing people to breathe into their heads, to break up old concepts. And now
Happening
it's
to
here.
you.
So
Love it.
crazy.
Yeah, I feel like that's now is good. Now it can settle. Now we have everything that is important for the moment, for this part of the process, and now it can settle. Interestingly, for both of us, the stories that we went through in our holding space for emotions was not very emotional because both of us we're trained to go into body sensations. And when we're in the body sensation level, the emotions, they don't need to rise as much, except for the invitation of anger. That was a clear emotional invitation. Other than that, we worked on the energetic, on the somatic level, and then memories come up and stories come up, and that's the mindset that's working with us. But that's holding emotional space. Whenever there is something to feel, we go into the feeling, and then transformation can happen. It's really interesting, right?
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I was also thinking when I was looking at your process. Like it's deeply emotional, and yet it doesn't always need to come to the surface. Like it can be redirected internally, but maybe somebody else's process might look different,
Yeah.
especially if they haven't looked at something yet and something's coming up for the first time. For example, it might need to rise more to the surface to be felt and
Yeah,
acknowledged.
exactly. So there might actually be screaming for anger, tearing up for sadness. Everything might happen if you hold the room for someone who needs to process through all the layers of the emotions. And it also shows that when you are working with emotional literacy, like this is one of the levels that you can come to, that you get the information and the body sensation of the emotion so quickly that the process is over so like that. And then you're a step further. And also this, we do not need to have solutions. Most of the things that happen in giving space for emotions is acknowledgement and witnessing. That's the main part. How are you feeling? You good?
Mm. Yes, a very changed. Like I was actually also almost dreading a little bit, like going into this topic.
Yeah.
The brain sometimes makes things bigger than they actually need to be, right? And especially if there's like a lot of history that's built up around a topic,
Yeah.
then it can feel like a really, really big thing because like the mind doesn't have a solution for it. And then it's kind of like working, 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 and then there's a resistance in the body, and that can feel heavy. And yeah, it's just fascinating to see how quick this can be turned around if like, you know, the energies are being reconnected, like mind and body is reconnected and everything can flow together again.
Yeah.
How fast was this, huh?
Yeah. Exactly. And so deep. Damn, both of us, we went into early childhood stuff and just brought it with us on the process.
Mhm.
So great. And I feel like there's a lot of empowerment that happened. And this is a really great outcome for if you hold an emotional space and if at the end of the emotional space you still feel helpless or like a victim, then you're not done. This empowerment that is happening of going through this process and knowing what you need at the end, this is so important because otherwise you get back into stuckness.
Yeah.
Yeah. High five, Dominic. We did good. I like it.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to share with our audience, like as a last word for this episode?
Very interesting if you observe like the two parts of how we were holding space. Also, like maybe if you watched both the videos, then you will have noticed like a different style, a different way. Maybe you can also tune into like what the different styles are.
Mm,
Like how far away does it feel? How tuned in, like in terms of leading, in terms of receiving. just notice the subtleties. I think it's great to see also how different it can be, like maybe what's like the common denominator, and take
Mhm.
that with you.
Mm. Yeah. Great. I loved it. I loved it. Okay, everybody, we will do more great stuff for you. And I hope you like and subscribe and leave us nice comments of how awesomely brave we were to be vulnerable in the internet, which is a scary thing, I tell you. Right. Yeah. But I'm sure we're safe with you. Okay, bye then. See you in the next episode.
Bye bye.